Hello, friends. Welcome to another Help Me Rhonda episode. This is episode number 2. We are just diving into our weekly Help Me Rhonda videos where I am coming to answer your questions. So I shared with you guys a link and you can use it whenever you want to. We will keep updating it and keep checking it. And you can ask any questions that you have when it pertains to your Stampin' Up businesses. This is specifically for Stampin' Up demonstrators. I have a training business where I love to come to help you and support you and have for over 16 years. So this is a new kind of series that I'll be holding on Mondays to kind of get the week kicked off and ready. All right, so today's question comes from Lori, and I'm going to read it exactly. I think hers was a good one, and it's a tricky one. This one, there is no easy answer. Last week, I had clear-cut things I know you can do. This one, it's kind of, we have to understand it's a real problem. So number one, she said, I have classes, and most of the ladies order from me, but there are the ones who prefer to order from the discount websites and can even get Stampin' Up products off of there. Is there an incentive to give them to buy from me instead? They love the cards they make in class, but don't take the next step to purchase Stampin' Up product. I also had a couple other people who sent, questions in, and some of them are like, how do I deal with, the fact that they can buy product, elsewhere for cheaper? And so this is definitely something that isn't new. I know the names of the companies are newer, and trust me, when those companies get shut down, they will come back again with a different name. It is what these companies do. But for years, we have always had to battle the fact that customers can get our product in stores. There's not really much of a difference. They can go and get our adhesive in stores, they can get envelopes, they can get cardstock. So this is an age-old issue. This is not anything new. Now, some of our new issues are that they are like really super cheap, and they are foreign companies that are selling our products. So let me just give you a couple tips, a couple just words of experience and advice that I have used through my entire business and continue to use this as just suggestions as you move forward. Number one is that you have to represent the behavior that you want from your customers, and that is obviously purchasing just Stampin' Up products. I don't use contraband cardstock. I don't use contraband. They're not really contraband, but I consider it, that's how I consider it. Like, that's contraband stuff, right? So I don't use any of that. I use our envelopes, our adhesive, our clear bags. Everything I use is if we sell it, I use it. And now, sometimes you can get it cheaper someplace else, but that means that your customers will get it cheaper and go someplace else, number one. Number two, when you factor in your instant income, your volume rebate, and your Stampin' Rewards, it's not cheaper. I will always support my business first and foremost. If you are not supporting your business, then you cannot expect other people to do that. So number one, you look at yourself in the mirror, not just Temu or one of those other ones. I'm talking about all other products, right? That you can get someplace else, if it's eBay or if it's at Michael's or Hobby Lobby or wherever. So that's number one. So we want to create loyal customers, but that means we need to be loyal customers to ourselves as well. Number two is be open about it. So in my my in-person classes, the minute someone mentions another company or another product, I do the whole, what I do with my kids, nope, not in this roof. We don't talk about that. When my kids would be in my house and they would call their brother stupid or something, I'd be like, nope, we are not speaking those words in this place. This is my playground, my business. Out of respect, we will only talk about Stampin' Up products, my classes. I am here to help you. I don't even like them talking about like other things they're going to. Like, I know they're going to but not like marketing something. So I stop it immediately. I do not allow that behavior. And I know it's harder said than done, like you don't want to be rude. And I'm not rude, I'm just completely genuine and honest. And everybody else in the room feels the same way, except for maybe that one or two people who are discussing it. So I stop those discussions immediately at my team meeting. If someone tries to bring it up, nope, not here. You are welcome to go outside and talk about it all you want to. But in this playground, we follow by a few rules, and that's one of my absolute rules. We do not talk about other products, this happens, and so not as much. It doesn't happen on my Facebook groups, doesn't happen in my team groups, doesn't happen on anything that I'm a part of, because I don't allow it, and it's a rule. And so that's not a problem. We just don't talk about it. It's not a problem that I have, because we don't allow that to exist. So number one is representing the behavior and your own loyalty, and making sure that you are only using and providing Stampin' Up! Products, and where you got them from. Number two is genuinely, sincerely thank your customers for supporting you. So every email I send them, I tell them how much their loyalty and their support mean to me and my family, that this is something that I count on. It's important to me. I genuinely thank them with their gifts in the mail. I genuinely send them those emails. I genuinely tell them in my videos, thank you. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for supporting me in my small business. Like, you want to be open about that. Would you not, ask yourself, would you not want to support somebody that you know appreciates it, that you know? Now, trust me, there are going to be people out there that all they care about is the bottom line, right? All they care about is as cheap as possible. That's not my customer. I want to have my customers that come to me for me and for what I give them and how I make them feel, and that I truly appreciate them from the bottom of my heart. I know they could shop with other demonstrators. I know they could shop at other stores. I know they could shop other places. But they also then don't have my resources and my classes. My events they have to pay for, and it includes product, right? So they have to buy product to be able to get the cards and the designs and the directions and the tutorials. I don't just give all of that for free. They have to invest in me to get that. So I believe in you being you and confident in you, and knowing that all those other places do not have you. And your customers, if they go to those other places, they're not going to have you. If someone brought any contraband product and asked me how to do it, I'd be like, you can take that out of here. Why don't you call Temu and have them teach you how to use those set of dies, or teach you how to use that stamp set? So knowing that you are the it factor, that is one thing that will set you apart. I also believe this is going to refer back to episode 1, where I talked about pricing. So I price my events with product included, or it's free with a purchase. So in order for them to be able to come to my class and enjoy the card making and have the camaraderie and to have the sisterhood and the smiles and the fun and the euphoria that comes from making cards, they're going to have to use my product and buy our product. It's built into the concept of the class. So now there are going to be people who are going to purchase from them because they're curious, they want to try it out. I also would venture to, if I knew somebody that was purchasing from there, I would encourage them to do their research. Why do you think they can give it so cheap? Ask yourself that. Generally, why? Do some research. Number one, it's because of their labor laws. It's child labor, or it's their labor. They're I can't even think of what the word is off the top of my head, but they are not paying their people what they should be paying. Number two, it is these international companies. All they want is your credit card number. They want into your computer. That's what they will do anything to get in and hack in there, right? They will offer you stuff for dirt cheap. They'll give you a stamp set for $4 because they're going to be stealing 400, 4,000 or more from your credit card company, from your checking account, right? These international companies, they are giving them so cheap because they are taking advantage of their laws with their labor, and then they are hacking into your systems. Like, this is one of the number one places. It might not be immediately, but the more that you give them access to your credit card number and into your computer, you're opening yourself up for fraud and theft. So these are one of the main reasons why. Do your research. This is not just about getting stuff for cheap. If something is too good to be true, there is always a reason why. And the minute those companies get shut down, they will open back up again and open back up again, and continue these behaviors, because this is why fraud, this is why identity theft and all of it is so rampant. So do your part and don't shop for those international companies, especially ones that take advantage of very hardworking, legit, real companies that are doing things the right way and creating these products. They even use our pictures. They don't even take their own pictures. And for people who shop from those, like, I would never support that behavior, ever. I don't care how good of a deal is, ever. That's someone's characters or choices that they make. If it's all about the bottom line and not about the ethics behind it, then you might not be able to combat that. I hope and pray that that's the behavior that I show, and that's the behavior that will be attracted to you. So when you represent that behavior, then that will be the same behavior that you will hopefully attract people to you who are like that. And know that you just got to keep looking, keep finding. I know you might have one or two customers that choose to do that, and I have had one or two customers have been honest with me and said, oh, I had to try it and see it, and I got it, and the quality was so poor that I will never order from them again. Great, like, they learned their lesson. But that also means that company now has your credit card number, right? They have your IP address. So it's not even worth the tempting to see if it works out okay. So that is a couple encouragement tips, helps. Like, you need to represent the behavior. Don't allow it to get talked at in your team meetings, your team pages, your customer events. We don't talk about and share information on any company, no matter what company that is. And number 3, set yourself apart with you. Like, people are going to buy from me from you because we teach them, we hold classes, we hold events. This problem that you guys talk about is not really an issue. I have not ran into this personally, because if people want to take my classes and stamp with me, then they have to buy my product. There's no other option. So you can overcome this by how you price your classes, offer your events, and teach people. And they will be expected, again, building that culture to purchase product. And then, you know what? Sometimes educating your customers, for ones that do go that route, we want to educate them as to the fact that some things are too good to be true. And we don't want to foster that behavior. All right, great questions. Again, if you guys have more, I'll be coming next week with episode 3. And you can there's a link that you can click to submit more questions, and you can submit as many as you want. Now, there's no limit. So every week you could submit a question if you want to. And I'll be here next week with another Help Me Rhonda episode. Again, if you have any questions, you can click that link and post them there. There's also information on our Business Builders Training Program that's also in the description below. All right, thanks for being here.